How we feeling?
I'm annoyed. I should have followed my gut. I should have followed my gut. My gut was saying to keep Richie in. My gut was saying to keep Megan in. Philip, I'm sorry, but my gut was saying to keep Megan in.
I was so shocked when Megan got out because I thought that Robbie, Megan, and Lena all being on the same tribe from OG Bow Wow tribe, I was like, oh, they're gonna dominate, cut off the other two.
I know, which is why I had to split them up. Didn't do me much good.
Philip, what I have to tell you is that, oh God, here we go.
Robbie.
The whole time that you thought that we were with you, we weren't.
The whole time? You and who? You and Kath?
Mm-hmm. Kath was not with you.
Kath is dirtiest player of the season.
What a whirlwind it's been since last tribal. You know, you have so many ideas of what it would be like if you were to play the game. And I think I've really shot my game to shit just because I went in making big money moves right away. It's now trying to reassess because I recognize I have a ginormous target on my back.
Like, I did not think she would stick with me, Robbie. I thought I had you under my finger.
You didn't. You didn't.
I have a question. Who was it that wanted Meg out? Like, who was it that was able to split the three Bow Wows?
That was me. That was just me.
So we knew Philip and Megan knew each other. And that was like why I was like, okay, maybe it would either one. But I trusted Meg more than I trusted you, Philip.
That's fine.
But Kath made her way in and literally convinced us to vote you. And she is playing the best game, I think.
I've had players come up to me and be like, you're playing a really scary good game. And that makes me, it's nice to hear, but it makes me fucking nervous as shit because they're going to be like, we got to take her out. So I'm already aware of people trying to build their resume off of taking me out because I took out Richie. I single-handedly turned that to take out Richie. You know, every person who has been voted out, whatever tribal council I've been a part of, I've been like steering that ship, which is really great, but also sucks because now my alliance is shot to shit.
I feel like Kath kind of did all of the work. For me, at least, like Kath was texting me all week before I got voted out. She was like the person I was talking to the most, which is why I was shocked. I was completely blindsided. I think she did the most work in trying to get all the information she could out of me before I got out. Whereas Lena just kind of was more obvious about, like, she wouldn't really respond to me as much. She would kind of be more like, I don't know, like dismissive, I guess. But
see, I have to disagree. Kath's game is obvious, you know what I mean? But Lena's game, and as well as Lucy and Lisa's game, are not as obvious as our game was. You know what I mean?
Which is why I wanted like to stick with people like you and Kath, because we were all playing very forward games.
I thought that Kath was going to be my shield to the end.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for you, Philip. Who did you feel most betrayed by when you got voted out?
Myself. I was trying to just figure out whether Kath was still invested at all in an alliance with me. And
Philip, why did you reach out to me for the alliance instead of Kath?
Because Matt told me that Kath was shit-talking me.
And the entire time, Kath was shit-talking you.
Well, there it is. And so I thought if she's busy shit-talking me to the other players, then...
But I was too.
Well, I didn't know that.
Oh my God, it's been a week, but okay, I'm getting distracted by that. Hello. Well, Sunday happened. In my last confessional, I talked a lot about confusion and chaos, and that happened. So right now, just kind of feeling out what to do, really. I think that there's a lot of ways this could go, and it could either work or not.
Wait, so Philip, before you got out, were your closest allies like Matt and Renee?
Yes, because they were from my first tribe, and
Philip, see, that's why we had to get rid of you.
I don't think that was why you got rid of me.
Philip, yes, it was, because I knew you were with Matt, and you invited me to the group chat with Matt. And I didn't
Matt messaged me first and told me that Kath was shit talking me. So whatever that was, it was already happening.
Matt is playing very under the, like, he's not really doing
Richie,
much,
I
but
have to
he's under the slipping under the radar.
Great. Myself, Kath, and Lena, we're in a 3. We were in a hardcore 3, and we tried to get Richie in. I tried to get Richie in. Kath and Lena did not trust Richie for shit, which was so frustrating. So frustrating. It was so frustrating. And I was like, and I should have been more honest with you, Richie. I really should have. But Richie, I didn't trust you full-heartedly either.
I didn't trust you full-heartedly, to be honest, but I did want to stick with you for the first like half of post-merge.
You would have tossed me out with the garbage. Final 6, you would have tossed me out. I know you would have.
Probably final 6, final 5 if I had the opportunity.
But Richie, I was willing to stay with you until Kath and Lena didn't trust you.
And that was sooner than we thought.
Yeah.
First things first, last travel was chaotic as fuck. So the aftermath of that was, now everyone knows that Kath and I are working together. Lucy has a big target on her back because she just made a huge move. But obviously someone leaked some information from our alliance.
Robbie, do you think that they knew what they were doing in getting you out, and they knew that they were splitting the votes, or do you think it was just
they knew exactly what they were doing? And you want to know why they knew exactly what they were doing?
Why?
Ian is the rat.
So Lisa told me about the plan to vote, that people were voting against her. I think she had heard from...
We think that it's Ian, but Ian, if it's not you, I'm sorry if you're watching this. If it isn't you, you're still a weird liar regardless, because a lot of things that you're saying aren't adding up.
That wouldn't have worked without a mole. So, Ian, we know you did that. We're coming for you.
Ian and Lisa seem to have a very strong alliance, and I'm a little wary of Ian.
Conniving little Ian thought that he could one-up us all and tell Lucy and Lisa about the fucking plan to get rid of one of them. I mean, how the fuck else would Lucy know how to play her idol for Lisa?
You know, I'm like a water salesman in the middle of the Sahara Desert right now. Everyone wants to be my friend.
Fuck Ian. Fuck Ian.
I know, Ian. Oh, I'm so mad.
He's the reason I'm in Ponderosa.
I had to take control of my own game. So I reached out to Lisa and said, hey, Lisa, the vote's going your way. You got to play an idol. Was it a great move? Time will tell.
Ian is the rat. The rat. So it was me, Lena, Kath, Vince, and Ian in a 5, right?
12 voted me out.
Who voted you out? I never trusted Ian. And Kath kept being like, Ian owes me, because I saved him twice. I gave him immunity, and I saved him when we were on the tribe together. And I was like, but that doesn't mean much. You know what I mean? I was like, does he actually think that he owes you? He didn't think that, clearly. So he tipped off Lisa that she was going to get the votes. That's why Lucy played the idol on Lisa.
Wow, T.
I feel like this has really made a new power shift, and it either could have put me really at the bottom, but I'm hoping that it was more of a power move, that now I'll have multiple sides trying to keep me in. But I have very little trust after this last week. So we'll see. I'm hoping that I've laid some groundwork for some favors to be returned is the goal.
So why didn't Lena use the idol nullifier?
I don't know.
Robbie, I am so sorry that happened to you. Like, I physically hurt after, because I was like, we should have seen that coming. School's hard, life is hard, but Survivor's strong. Let's keep playing the game.
That's my thing with Lena, is I don't think she's playing advantages in the correct way. Oh, my question was, Robbie, I think you'll have the answer. Was the Renee versus Kath rivalry real, or were you just feeding me that so I would vote for
Oh,
so I would try to get
Richie.
Renee out?
Richie, it is still real.
So why did they want me out over Renee?
You know who turned it? Ian.
Ian turned it to me.
Ian said you were freaking him out.
Honestly, I didn't want anything to do with Ian ever since he accidentally messaged everyone in the Zoom instead of the individual person. I was like, okay.
Ian was the one that convinced us to not do Lisa and do you. And Ian was the one that leaked it to Lisa. So I think Ian is with Lucy and Lisa.
But if Ian was with Lucy and Lisa, then why would he want me out? Because he wanted that.
You were in his way.
With them?
Yes.
Got it.
So I've been playing like Harambe. I've been playing like Bill Belichick. It's time to play like Tom Brady. I got to take control of this thing. We only got 8 people left. It's time to drive the game in my direction. So I think I got, a full Nelson on the game right now. It's right where I want it to be. I'm ready to go. 8 people left. This game is mine. All-Stars, here we come.
I wish Katie was still in, and you guys voted out Ian.
I know. Ian would have been gone if Kath didn't give him immunity.
And that's what made me nervous. I was like, does Kath want Vince and Ian to be like final 3?
So I think moving forward, I'm just trying to lay low. I don't know who I can really trust right now outside of Lena and Vince, which is like a 3 is a great situation to be in right now. But I think moving forward in the game, I don't know if we can pull in somebody else.
My ideal 3 would be me, Kath, and Lena, just because those are the people I trust most. And I think that I would still be able to beat them out. And it wouldn't be a go position. I'm not a coach or anything, don't get me wrong, but I would just feel really comfortable going to the end with those 3.
Who do you think is going to win? Who is your pick to win right now? Is it Kath? I feel like she's the main, main big hitter.
Yeah. No, she's going to vote it out.
But I would really fucking prefer if I had an idol. Ethan?
Kath has a steal a vote, and Lena has an idol. And another idol. Another fucking idol. Another idol.
Right now I have an idol and a like anti-idol, like nullifier in my pocket. And my goal is just to not go home with those in my pocket. So if I go out, I'm gonna go out swinging.
I'm annoyed that Matt used his idol. I'm
also annoyed that Lena didn't nullify the fucking idol that got me out. Okay, we have to call them homophobic. Philip, who's your front runner?
I think Kath and Lena have both been playing very good games.
I got to root for Lisa and Lucy, my underdogs.
I was feeling pretty good. I guess it all started going down when I saw Richie, who was someone in my core alliance, go down without me having any preparedness. So then I kind of knew that I was off to a rocky next session. So then I started to get really skeptical, but I didn't really know how to change that. But I knew Lisa had to stay with me.
Who would your guys' ideal final tribal be? Like, who do you want to go to final tribal with?
Me, Kath, and Lena. I was so loyal to them.
You want to go to final tribal with Kath?
Yep, because I would have been able to speak to the fact that she was my shield, and every move she made, I was behind it.
I think I would have wanted to go to final tribal with like Matt and Renee.
Renee and Matt seem to be in the middle. I think Renee is the key player here. It's all about who can give Renee a place to be in because she wants to be in the votes. That's her biggest concern. And I tried to offer her a spot last time, and I thought it was going to work out. Unfortunately, it didn't.
You know, this was a fun game for me. This was a fun experience, but I'm still like a pretty basic level of like skill in this game. Like everyone else has like 5 different plans laid on top of each other, and I have like.
When I texted Ethan, I was like, Ethan, you cast so many players this season.
Definitely. Robbie and I have played like games like this before together, but we've never actually worked well together.
Which Richie,
But
that's so annoying because I really do want to work with you.
I know, I appreciate that. It just didn't work out. Did everyone truly think I was lying about not watching Survivor until recently?
Yes, Richie. Yes, yes.
I was 100% true. I
No.
literally only started watching Survivor recently.
Richie, everyone thought that you were literally a super fan, and I let them believe it.
Who
God.
else have we not talked about? Oh, Vins. Vins, I feel like is playing fine. Okay, wait. Who is everyone's winner pick? I think mine is Lucy or Lisa. Philip, yours is Kath.
Yeah.
Robbie, who's yours? Lena.
Lena.
All right.
Interesting.
All right.
I knew you.
Lisa
wouldn't.
was the only person I was gonna like 100% trust
How can you trust Lisa?
because I've known her the longest.
Richie, that doesn't mean shit. She is a snake in this game. Her and Ian are connected. And
Ian's a
that's why
rat. Lisa's a
Ian
snake.
is a fucking rat. Next time I play, I'm following my gut and I'm not following Kath. Freaking her. I was trying to protect her people. I need to protect my people.
Something I will say about Kath is she has very good talking skills, very good, like she's very charismatic, and she's got good mist, you know, like she can like lie. Like she misted me into thinking I could trust her. So I'll give her that. But I do think her gameplay, maybe I'm just bitter, but I do think her gameplay is not up to par for it to make up for how she's playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Kath is very sporadic and she's very self-interested.
And it's very visible.
Yeah. Had I listened to my gut, Richie, you and I would have ran this game. You, Megan, and I would have ran this game. I'm serious. Sorry, Philip.
Yeah, it's okay.
I love Kath, but I trusted her to a fault.
I think a lot, if she's not joining us shortly, then a lot of the other jurors will probably be saying the same thing.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
Okay, so we need to let them know they're homophobic at Final Travel. Joke. That's a joke. And we need
But
to.
I mean, look around. Hello, the 3
I
gays
know.
are voted out. Save your tears for another day.
Oppression looks like.
Yeah. And grab your wigs. Fire up the smoke machine, because we are all coming over. Let's have a kiki.